Alright, what up people? Welcome back to Attack on Titan. This is Season 4, Episode 12, and Episode 71 in total. It's called Guides. Now, last episode was really interesting. You know, we had Gabby and Falco on a little adventure. It was something we're not really used to. It was kind of a unique, different type of episode, I suppose, because the majority of it was just focused on them interacting with kids their own age and kind of learning about the past, because they've been brainwashed into thinking a certain way, right? Like, on both sides, like, everyone kind of gets, like, I guess steered to a way of thinking of how the war has been and what has happened. But Gabby really got to kind of see perspectives from outside her own people, and, you know, broaden her horizons a little bit. Now, Falco, he's always been a little bit more curious and always kind of suspected that the island devils aren't really that evil or whatever, but Gabby has been so strong-headed about it, right? She's just been like, they're evil, they're terrible, they're giving us a bad name, and we need to wipe them out and kill them. And she's basically the epitome of what Eren was with the Titans in the first few seasons, right? She's very like that, but even in a more extreme way, I guess, because it's people versus people, right? Even though the Titans did end up being people, I guess, Eldians, right? But she's an Eldian too, and it's really interesting just to see her mind shift, and I hope it continues to shift and she really does learn a lesson from this, because it seems like still, even after all of that conversation with the girl there where she said her mother's dead and whatever, like, Gabby was still blaming that girl and kind of trying her best. You could tell that it was kind of starting to get to her a little bit, but she still is trying to stick to her original beliefs as much as she possibly can. But I'm hoping that she eventually has a change of heart here, maybe with the help of Falco having a talk with her. But she seems like in certain parts where there's just no talking to her, right? But I don't know. We'll see, I guess. I mean, overall, I'm really excited about the future of the season. I've heard that it gets pretty crazy. Like the end of season 4, the back half of season 4 is like a lot of people's favorites of the show. But yeah, I did kind of give my opinions on it in the last episode, right? Where I'm so far season 4 until now is probably my least favorite season, and that's maybe an unpopular opinion, but obviously I might come back to this and think differently when I complete the season. I just think like we were thrust into all of this different stuff happening at once, and it got a little bit convoluted, and it kind of took away a little bit from the story, the main story that we had. Now, of course, it's expanded and turned into something much bigger, but when it was streamlined, like it was Eren and his crew and it was the Titans, I just felt like that was really, really cool. And to have all of these new additions and for them to like completely subvert our expectations and change it, it's definitely awesome. Don't get me wrong, it's a really cool idea. I've just kind of, it's taking me a long time to like adjust to this new story. You know, it's just taking me a little bit of time to adjust to this new story. But I think, like I said, back half of season 4 now, a lot of people's favorites. I think maybe that's when I'll start to kind of really get into this. And don't get me wrong, it's not like I dislike season 4. It's not like I think it's bad or anything. I think it's great. And I think that it's great storytelling. I just don't like it as much as the previous season so far. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how it all pans out here in the next episode and learning a little bit more about, like, there's a lot of stuff going on, right? Like, your mind has to be racing to keep up with it. There's time skips, there's going back in time and going back to the present time again, and there's just a whole lot going on. It does get a little bit convoluted, but I think that they do a great job of filling in the gaps of, like, if you have a question, they're gonna answer it eventually. You know, they do a great job of that. There's so much info in this show, like so much stuff going on, that it could be very easy to lose track of a lot of it. But I think they do a great job with it. But without further ado, anyway, let's jump in to Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 12, and it's called Guides. Who are the guides going to be? We're about to find out. You can get the next bunch of episodes over on the Patreon page, my friends. And yeah, sign up as a free member, get access to episode 13 right after you watch this one. Let's jump in and let's do this thing. We got a look at Armin, Yelena. Honestly, can't tell the difference. Am I the only one? Like, Armin and Yelena just look way too similar, personally. Like, give them, like, I don't know. Like, I can tell the difference when I see them, like, when I see Yelena, and I'm like, oh, that's Armin. And then I see Armin, I'm like, oh, that's Armin. But, like, when I, like, look in here now, I don't know. I think this is Armin. I think this is Armin. Yelena's, like, a little bit bigger and buffer and got slightly different hair, but it's like, why do they look so similar, man? I don't know. Yeah, it's Armin, because he's looking at Annie. Also, the other interesting part of the storyline, which I forgot to mention in the intro there, is the kind of how the scouts are kind of going against their own people almost here. It's like a little bit of a civil war almost brewing within the wall because of Eren. Like, the people want to support Eren, but obviously the scouts are kind of detaining him and punishing him for what he's done. So it's going to be really interesting to see where that goes as well. But anyway, let's continue. Annie, Annie, Annie. Oi, oi, oi.
お客さん、その子はおさわり現金なんですけど。違うんだ、ヒュツ。これは巨人の記憶っていうのは接触がきっかけになることが多くあって、何か重大な情報が手に入るかもしれなくて、決してやましいことを考えていたわけじゃないんだよ。
Calm down.
男の子だもん。兄の重大な情報が気になるのもわかるわ。
Oh, that's what she's saying. Okay.
僕が悪かったから入場禁止だけはどうか。んなことしないっての。兄も話し相手が私だけじゃ退屈でしょ。たくあんたは寝てるだけなのになんでモテるのさ。
Yeah, when's Annie gonna wake up actually? Because this has to come to a head at some point, right? They're not just gonna have Annie be asleep for the rest of the goddamn show. This show does kind of remind me of Game of Thrones in a way. Especially with season 4. Like, I feel like they've always done a good job with, like, the dialogue and there's been certain episodes where, say, it's like, there's not a lot of battles, it's just dialogue and kind of learning more about the history of the world and stuff, and then they do have these big, epic battles as well that are awesome episodes. Like, it kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones in that way, where Game of Thrones, like, a lot of the favorite stuff was, like, the Civil War, kind of inside politics of it, but the battles then were also incredible, you know? So it's like, that is kind of what this show reminds me of in a way. Like I said, especially with season 4, because they're kind of branching out and there's so many different moving parts at the same time, you know? It's cool. Alright, my friends, it's time! Episode 71, the guides are here.
あの子に熱を上げるのもいいけど、世間がどうなってんのか分かってる？うん。兵団が権力に固執するあまり、エレン映画を不当に拘束。兵団への疑念が過熱している。
That's what I was talking about. Exactly what I was talking about. Yep.
ジークの存在や地ならしの件を明かすわけに。
Well, they've got to give him something. Damn, man, this is escalated quicker even than I expected. So there's going to be protests. This could get really bad for the scouts, like, and not just the scouts, obviously, Historia and like the powers that be. Like, this needs to be rectified in some way. They got to give the crowd something. Like, they can't just turn their own people against them. Like, they need the people on side as well.
無事に来れたんだね。ようやくもらった時間を無駄にできない。急ごう。調査兵団の新兵。なんであの子たちが本部に。
That's Yelena. There you go. She's got the more bowl cut.
あの日、エレンに会いに行きました。あなた方は世界を知らない。このまま議論を先送りにし続けていけば、
She's probably right with that, though.
危機感を覚えていたのは、エレンも同じでした。
それで、エレン自らマーレの中枢に潜伏し、兵団を動かすように助言なさったか。
So she's the
そんなこ
mastermind.
とは言ってません。ただ、兵政権に葉っぱをかける必要があるとは申しました。
それだけかの？エレンの誘導に成功し、ジークが望んだ通りの結果を得たわけじゃ。
So Zeke, okay, obviously Zeke is the mastermind. I forgot about that. These Yelena and the crew work for Zeke, right? So Zeke wanted Eren to do this.
誘導に成功し、ジークが望んだ通りの結果を得たわけじゃな。
そんなことでは意味がありません。私はただエレン・イェーガーに私を知ってほしかっただけで。いえ、我々にとってエレンの持つ始祖はマーレを打ち砕く望みなのです。ピクシス司令、今我々が目にしているものが何かお分かりですか？
I feel like we're learning a lot from this conversation right here, actually. Like, Yelena has a lot of info about what's going on and why it happened and everything, so This is a good convo right here between Pixis and Yelena. I don't know why she spilled her guts to Pixis, but
今我々が目にしているものが何かお分かりですか？我々は歴史が変わる瞬間に立ち会っているのです。二人の兄弟によって世界は生まれ変わります。私はそれを彼らの近くで見ていたいだけなのです。
つまりエレンと密会した真の目的は好奇心であると。
そうなります。他の義勇兵は
oh, so it's just her. No one else involved.
エレンと交わした会話のすべてをお聞かせ願おう。
She's gonna write it all?
嘘のつき方を知っとるか？時折事実を混ぜて喋ることじゃ。
Huh? Okay, Pixis.
まったくですよ。皆でエルディアの未来を誓い合ったのに。なんですか？
The hell?
え？イエレナがエレンと密会したことを認めた？本当ですか？
本当に知らなかった。
知りませんでしたよ。
Okay, so this is the rest of the volunteers?
君たちを拘束しなくてはいけない理由ができた。イエレナについて知っていることは全て話すんだ。
Damn!
我々の今後の。
Okay, Hanji, ruthless.
知っての通り、我々義勇兵を組織したのはイエレナです。その度に彼女は自ら手を汚すことでジークさんや組織への忠義を示してきま
Got
し
her
た。
hands dirty how?
寝食を共にした友であって、
Okay.
こちらを疑ったマーレ人は全て自己死として葬った。
Jesus, okay.
そこまでマーレ人に容赦のなかったイエレナがこの島では。よし、私についてきてくれ。
Okay, so
え？
is maybe Yelena playing both sides? Is that what she's hinting at? It's definitely something deeper going on with this Yelena chick, right? Like seems like she might be the center of it all or something.
ハンジは相変わらず飛び回っているらしいな。君たちとエレンを面会させることはできない。
Jeez, okay.
どうしてでしょうか？
義勇兵とエレンの接触が明らかになったからだ。エレンは義勇兵と密会したことをひた隠しにして、今回のマーレ強襲撃に及んだ。現在は密会を企てた首謀者や関係者への調査が続いている。エレンは今回の発覚を受けて以降黙秘したままだ。彼が単独で過ごしたマーレでの時間についても依然として空白のまま。
So how long was he there? 3 years or something like that? I don't know. So yeah, they think that maybe more people were involved. It could just be that it's Eren and Yelena. They have to find out for sure before they can allow people to talk to him. But what would Armin and Mikasa talking to him, what would that change? I guess maybe they think they could be involved in some way, or I don't know.
おそらくエレンはジークに操られていると我々は見ている。
エレンがそんな。エレンはどうなりますか？
Wow, they're gonna kill
そ
Eren.
れは
なんでもない。置き場に困ったものを先ほど新兵に運ばせたのだ。
しかし相当。エレンが黙秘するのでしたら、なおのこと僕たち二人がお役に立つのではないでしょうか。
Exactly.
確実にエレンから真意を聞き出せるとは申しませんが、試して損はないはずです。
They're the only ones he'll talk to.
事態はより慎重を期す。話は以上だ。
So maybe Armin and Mikasa are gonna start turning against them
ア
now.
ルミンの言う通り損はないはずなのに、考えられるとしたら、
Yeah.
政権はすでにエレンを見限っているのかもしれない。
So maybe it's gonna end up in dude, this would be crazy if the people inside the wall, like, there's just a massive civil war before the Marlians even have time to get here. Like Reiner and the crew, they've decided that they're coming, you know? So what if there's a civil war before they even get here? That would be pretty insane.
失礼します。
もしそうだとしたら、始祖の継承者選び
Oh, that's what they're doing.
兵団の方針をいち早く知る必要がある。何があっても私はエレンを。
What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Dude, who is that? They just killed the commander?
アルミン、
Dude, is that Eren escaping? Did one of those scouts just go in with a bomb? I'm so confused as to what just happened.
あんたたち無事なの？ヒッチ、何があったの？いきなり総統の部屋が。総統は
You saw the 3 scouts that went in. He's dead. Oh my god. Oh my god, they're gonna attack now? Wait, so they orchestrated this or what?
これに爆弾が仕掛けられていたと見ている。総統を含む4名の兵士が犠牲となった。
Okay. So the 3 soldiers that went in, they also died. So Zachary is dead, and they don't know the culprit, but Mikasa and Armin were the last 2 in the room before he died. Is that going to come into play in some way? You'd have to assume so, right?
その目的も不明。では他に考えられる勢力は？
あの椅子は新兵に運ばせたと総統は申しておりました。調査兵団です。
Oh. So the scouts did it?
調査兵団といえばエレンの情報を
Yeah, because remember, some of these scouts are on Team Eren. Remember that. Like, so a lot of these scouts, I think, are like, they got arrested for being on Team Eren. You know, so... Woo.
懲罰を受けた者どもがいると聞いたが、まさか。
緊急事態です。エレン・イェーガーが地下牢から
Oh, shit.
兵を総動員して捜索するんだ。
Holy shit, I'm scared of what's to happen now. So Eren Yeager is broken out of prison. Oh, he's got his own crew. Holy shit. Scouts 2.0. Fuck. You're cool with that, Eren? I don't think so, buddy. Holy shit, Eren's dusted. Oh my god. The new Eldian Empire, a new name for Eldia used by those on Paradise who are sympathetic to Eren Yeager's actions. They have rallied around Eren and the name, causing disorder on the island, which is currently divided on whether to attack other nations or not. Good Lord Almighty, so this is the civil war that I was talking about. It's already happening. Okay, I like this. I like this storyline a lot. Eren Yeager and his crew. Like, what the hell, Eren? What the hell?
フロックフォルスター含め100名余りの兵士が檻の中から監視ごと姿を消した。
So 100 on Team Eren.
エレンの脱獄と同時に離反をしたと見られる。奴らでは困るな。反
The Jaegerists.
イエーガー派と呼称しよう。
I like it.
そしてイエーガー派の目的はわかるか、ハンジ。
ジークとエレンの接触を果たすことが全てだろう。今回直接の引き金となったのは兵団がエレンから始祖を移そうと画策していたからだろう。我々に何の知らせもない。
Okay, yeah, but that does make sense then. So Zachary and the military were planning on taking Eren's founding titan. So, I mean, it's on you then. It's on you guys, you know?
何よりイエーガー派の多くは調査兵団からだぞ。どう責任を取るつもりだ、ハンジ団長。
いくらでも処分は受ける。しかし今私が兵団を退くことより無責任なことはない。それにイエーガー派はまだどの兵団に
How many are still in the military?
わからないだろう。
どうやって証明する？それができない以上はお前ら調査兵団を野放しにしておくわけにはいかない。
よさぬか。客人の前であるぞ、ハンジ。ジークの交流場所を知る者は。
現地で監視に当たるリヴァイと30名の兵士。
Dude, fuck, Levi's there? It's gonna be Levi versus Eren. Oh no, dude. Levi versus Eren is gonna be
そして
nuts.
補給と連絡を受け持つ3名。あとは私だけです。
エレンが待つ狙うはジークとの接触。
Yeah,
そして
Historia too.
まずはこの2つの守りを万全のものとせよ。
我々を束ね統率することができるのは
Okay,
あな
good
ただ
idea.
けです。何か今後の展望はございますか？
これはもうわしらの負けじゃ。 エレンに降参しよう。兵団内部に敵を抱えておいてはどうにもならぬ。仮に徹底して敵をあぶり出すにしても、どれだけの血が流れることか。
Is he saying this because he
そ
doesn't
んな
want
こ
to
こに
leave?
費やす時間はどこにもない。4名の死者はその弔いの代償にエルディア国の崩壊を望んではいないだろう。
それではイエーガー兄弟に服従するおつもりですか？
服従ではない。イエーガー派にジークの居場所を教えることを条件に交渉を図
Okay,
る。
that makes more sense.
ここに不問とする。これで数百、数千の同士が殺し合わずに済むのなら。
Everyone's pissed.
安かろう。
Pixis just took action right away. I love it.
大変見苦しいものをお見せしましたの。港でお過ごしくだされ。
ミカサ様、何かありましたらすぐに私どもの船までお逃げください。
清美様のお心遣い感謝いたします。しかしながら私はエルディア人ですので、この国の主導権を握るのが誰であろうと地ならしさえ成功すれば。
Okay, Mikasa, tell him.
ええ、地ならしの力が本物でなければヒーズル本国からははしごを外されることでしょう。この国がどうなろうとあなた様だけはお守りいたします。
Okay.
まさか総統を殺したエレンに協力するなんてな。
まだエレンがやったと決まったわけじゃない。
実際どうなんだよミカサ。お前は。
私とアルミンはあの爆発に巻き込まれるところだったと言った。これ
Okay.
でもわからないの？
ピクシス司令の言う通り、兵団内での争いは自滅でしかない。
では全てをエレンとジークに委ねることに問題はないとお考えですか？
The music's so good right now.
それは良くない。この状況を踏まえた上で、ジークやイエレナによって仕掛けられた保険が効果を発揮してきている。彼女が守ったマーレ人捕虜の労働環境が怪しい。例えばレストランとか。
Oh
すご
no.
い建物。
こんなとこ初めてだ。
俺も。
よかったなお前たち。
今日はうんと食うときなさいよ。
Oh shit. Gabby and Falco entering that building. This is bad news, boys. They have people everywhere, huh?
兵団のやつらそう少しいな。
Oh shit. Was that Pique? Uh-oh. Biscottio. Oh guys, it's heating up. It's heating up here in the Attack on Titans. It's not much of an Attack on Titans anymore. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Make sure to drop a big like. And you can get the next bunch of episodes over on the Patreon page. You can sign up as a free member. And you can get early access to the next episode right now. Let's keep on going, man. I'm really looking forward to the end of the season. Cheers. See you next time. Peace out.